Hi guys, it's Ms. Ayers. I've prepared a video for you to write your persuasive essay, and today I want to talk to you about writing a good concession to the opposition as well as a good call to action. So let's get started. So for the concession to the opposition, it's vitally important. If your concession to the opposition is bad, it doesn't really matter what else in your essay is good, because people won't listen to you without it. You should get to your concession to the opposition immediately, because if you're trying to persuade someone to make a change, the first thing you need to do is convince them that they ought to listen to you. So it's basically a way to show respect to your audience. So let's use a specific example. You might know this already, but Henry David Thoreau is Mr. Kruger's literary hero. And Edith Wharton is my favorite American writer. So let's say I wanted to persuade Mr. Kruger to drop Thoreau from his American Lit class and add Wharton. Well, imagine I walked up to him and said, "Hey, Jim, I know you like Thoreau, but I honestly don't get it. The guy goes on so long talking about like nature and stuff, and he has virtually no point. Edith Wharton is way better, so I think you should drop Thoreau, add Wharton." If I approached Mr. Kruger this way, I think the look he would give me would be something like this, that face. As soon as your audience is making that face at you, you're not doing a real good job. I can imagine what Kruger would say to me if I approached him that way, something like, "Ayers, come on. You don't even know what a tight end is. Why am I going to listen to you about anything?" So he's probably got a point. So that's no way to begin a conversation. Instead, I could walk up to Mr. Kruger and say, "Hey, Jim, I know you're a really good English teacher, and I know you work really, really hard. I also think Henry David Thoreau is a pretty cool guy, a pretty great writer. But I do have a bit of a difference of opinion with you when it comes to literature. And I think you're missing something by not giving Edith Wharton her due. So can I talk to you about that?" What I've done there is I've given a proper concession to the opposition. I've shown respect to Mr. Kruger's side of the argument instead of simply jumping in with my own opinion. I know Mr. Kruger is an excellent teacher. That's true. Henry David Thoreau is also an excellent writer. That's true. But I see things a little bit differently from how Mr. Kruger does. So if you go in with a respectful concession of the opposition, here's what happens. Old buddy Kruger is listening. And those of you who know Mr. Kruger know that this look on his face here is about as happy as it ever gets. This is success. See, and if you look here, it's giving me the thumbs up because I went in with a successful concession of the opposition. I showed respect to his side of the argument, and I've also proven to him that I know something about my topic, about my subject. So he's listening, and once the audience is listening, there's hope. But if you don't have a concession to the opposition, where you show you understand the argument and you show respect to the other side, then they won't listen. And then it doesn't matter how strong your argument is. So that's why the concession to the opposition is so vitally important. Let's move on to the call to action. The call to action is very simple. It's very straightforward. It's only one sentence long. It's the change you want your audience to make. This is important to place near the end of your paper. So that's unlike a thesis statement in a literary analysis. In a persuasive essay, we're going to assume that your audience isn't automatically listening to you and isn't automatically on board. So you need to make your case and then ask them what you want them to do. In my case, it was, I'd ask Mr. Kruger, "So what do you say you drop Thoreau and replace Thoreau with Wharton?" I think Kruger would probably say, "What do you say you go take a very long walk off of a short bridge?" But still, I would have had him till the end of the argument. So that's progress. So anyway, I want you to use Mr. Kruger as your inspiration and go do great work. Good luck with your papers, guys. Let me know if you have any questions.